Thank you for visiting our channel. Please like, share and subscribe for more exciting food videos. You know the difference. There's instant ramen, a quick fix that hits the spot when you're busy, and then there's a deep, authentic bowl of real ramen broth. That rich, complex depth of flavor simply doesn't compare. It's the kind of soup that warms you on a cold day and satisfies your soul. Many home cooks think achieving this depth is some secret magic trick only professional chefs know. They think it's too complicated to try at home. That's just incorrect. The secret isn't one single ingredient or technique, it's a commitment to patience and using quality ingredients consistently. We're going to break down the main components of real ramen broth. You'll learn how simple building blocks, like specific bones and aromatics, come together over time. Get ready to transform your ramen game from quick fix to true mastery. The foundation: choosing your perfect liquid base. Every amazing ramen experience starts with its stock. The liquid base, often called dashi or soup, is the canvas for all the other flavors to come. Whether you aim for the deep soy savoriness of shoyu, the nutty richness of miso, or the intense creaminess of tonkotsu, the quality of your base ingredients dictates the final result. We always begin with water and bones. Getting these two foundational elements right is the first step toward true ramen mastery. Water quality matters, starting with the right stuff. Think of water as the ultimate solvent. It pulls flavor and color out of your ingredients over many hours. Using high-quality water is paramount in achieving a clean-tasting broth. When you spend 12 hours cooking bones, you do not want background flavors from municipal treatments ruining your soup. Hard tap water, which often contains high levels of minerals like calcium and magnesium, can sometimes create cloudiness in the broth. These minerals can also slightly mute the subtle flavors being extracted from the bones and aromatics. Using highly mineralized water is simply making your job harder. We recommend one of two options for your initial water base. Filtered water. Running your tap water through a carbon filter removes chlorine, sediment and many strong odors. This is usually the easiest and most cost-effective solution for home cooks. Good quality spring water, or distilled. If your local tap water is particularly hard or difficult to work with, using store-bought spring water provides a clean slate. This ensures maximum clarity and allows the pure taste of your bones and vegetables to shine through. Using cleaner water ensures a purer taste transmission. You want the bone flavors, not metallic aftertastes, in your final soup. Bone selection secrets for rich tonkotsu and peitan. The choice of bones directly determines the body, texture, and flavor profile of your ramen broth. Different types of bones produce vastly different results, which is why specializing in certain kinds of broth is so common in ramen shops. Tonkotsu, creamy white broth. To achieve the iconic milky white, rich, emulsified tonkotsu broth, you need fat-dense bones full of collagen. This style requires long, intense boiling, often 10 to 18 hours, to break down the bone marrow and connective tissues into the liquid. The best choices here are pig trotters, feet. These are incredibly high in collagen and gelatin. They are essential for creating the thick, viscous texture that clings to the noodles. Pork femurs, thigh bones. These large bones are packed with marrow, which provides the deep, umami flavor and color saturation needed for authentic tonkotsu. Tori peitan, lighter creamy chicken broth. If you prefer a lighter, but still slightly creamy broth known as tori peitan, often used for shio or shuyu styles, chicken is your go-to ingredient. Chicken broths cook faster than pork, but still develop wonderful body. Chicken carcasses and backs. These offer a high ratio of bone surface area to meat, which helps quickly release collagen. Chicken feet. Similar to pig trotters, chicken feet are an inexpensive source of gelatin, adding necessary mouthfeel without adding excessive richness. Preparation is essential. Before you even think about simmering, you must clean your bones. This step is non-negotiable for clear, clean-tasting broth. Skipping this process causes impurities to bind with the fats and proteins, resulting in a cloudier, sometimes off-tasting soup. Rinse thoroughly. Wash the bones under cold running water to remove any visible blood or bone fragments. Boil and blanch. Place the bones in a large pot and cover them with cold water. Bring the water to a rapid boil for 5 to 10 minutes. Skim away any scum that rises to the surface. Scrub and refresh. Drain the boiling water. Rinse the bones one final time individually, scrubbing off any remaining dark residue. Start your primary cooking process with fresh, cold water and these now spotlessly clean bones. This simple preparation step is the key to achieving clear, deep flavor. The flavor builders, aromatics and umami bombs. Once you establish a solid bone broth foundation, the next step is layering other tastes. Authentic depth in ramen comes from marrying the richness of the animal base with sharp, fragrant aromatics and intensely savory natural flavor enhancers. We are talking about converting simple vegetable scraps and dried ingredients into powerful flavor builders. This takes your broth from good to complex. The Holy Trinity: onions, garlic, and ginger for depth. Onions, garlic, and ginger are indispensable for building flavor in almost any cuisine, and ramen is no exception. These three aromatics provide a necessary zing and sharpness that cuts through the richness of heavier broths like tonkotsu. They often provide the high notes that balance the deep base notes of the long-cooked bones. When adding these to your broth, timing is important. While some cooks add them at the very start, incorporating them much later in the simmering process helps preserve their distinct flavors. Adding them near the end, usually in the last 1 or 2 hours, prevents them from turning mushy or their flavors becoming muted after too much breakdown. To get the most out of these simple ingredients, you must activate their flavor compounds. Charred onions. Slice onions in half and lightly char them on a dry frying pan until they are dark brown and slightly smoky. This caramelization adds a subtle sweetness and an incredible smokiness to the final broth. Crushed garlic. Lightly smash the cloves with the side of a knife. The goal is to break the skin slightly, not turn them into paste. Unpeeled ginger. Slice a large chunk of ginger, unpeeled is fine, and also char the exposed sides on a hot pan. Ginger provides necessary warmth and spice that elevates the entire soup. These charred aromatics are then simply added to the already simmering broth. Boosting umami with dried seaweed and mushrooms. Umami is that fifth core taste, the savory depth that makes a rich soup truly satisfying. In Japanese cuisine, this flavor often comes directly from dried sauces which concentrate the natural glutamates. You can achieve tremendous savory depth using common, easy-to-find dried ingredients. These act as natural flavor boosters without adding bulk. 2 ingredients are essential for adding robust umami to your ramen broth. Kombu, dried kelp. This is arguably the most important umami source, especially for traditional dashi or clearer broths. Kombu is rich in glutamic acid. Dried shiitake mushrooms. When dried, these mushrooms release guanylate, another powerful umami compound. They provide an earthy, slightly smoky flavor profile that pairs wonderfully with both pork and chicken bases. A critical rule for using kombu is to never boil it hard. Rapid boiling releases compounds that can make your broth slimy and bitter. Instead, soak the piece of kombu in cold water for several hours before cooking, or gently simmer it at a heat just below boiling, around 180 degrees Fahrenheit or 82 degrees Celsius, for about 20 minutes before pulling it out of the pot. Likewise, soak your dried shiitake in hot water beforehand, but do not discard the soaking liquid. That liquid is liquid umami and should be poured directly into your broth. The power of niboshi, savory dried sardines. If you are aiming for a classic, clear, savory broth, such as shio, salt base, or shoyu, soy sauce base, ramen, niboshi provides unique, intense salinity and marine-based umami. Niboshi are small dried anchovies or sardines. They offer a distinct oceanic savoriness that deepens the complexity of lighter broths considerably. Many cooks consider them a secret weapon because a handful delivers so much complexity. Using niboshi requires one simple, yet vital preparation step: remove the guts and heads. Remove heads. Pinch the head off each sardine. Remove guts. Split the fish open slightly and pull out the dark, bitter entrails. If you skip this step, the bitter organs will dilute your otherwise perfect broth. Once cleaned, you can add them directly to the simmering broth, similar to the mushrooms in kombu. Simmer the cleaned niboshi gently for 30 to 45 minutes to extract their flavors, then strain them out before serving. The resulting broth will have a cleaner, intensely savory, and slightly salty profile, perfect for a traditional ramen base. These steps turn simple ingredients into a bowl of liquid gold. Stay tuned for part 2. Thank you for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe.